no point in saying good morning, because it certainly is not one.
It certainly is not. I couldn't agree with Nancy Pelosi anymore. Really couldn't think of a worse way to start week one. You know, we're excited for months, just can't wait for football to be back, and just don't think week one could have gone any worse. It feels like, I was going to say it feels like getting my heart ripped out, but it's more like getting my penis stepped on by a fucking elephant. That's how week one has felt thus far. Not even going to get into the details of the Ravens game. We all watched it. Don't want to discuss it. As if that's not bad enough, I start out 0-1 in fantasy. So just, you know, not a day that I really relish being the commissioner and need to fucking make a video and try to provide some entertainment while I'm just in utter fucking misery. But I'm going to lace them up. I'm going to strap up the chin strap, and I'm going to deliver a recap to the boys because that's my job. So I'm going to get into the matchups here. I'll go relatively quickly, and then we will get to the main event, which is our wheel spin. We'll get to that at the end. So I'll start with myself, dropping to 0-1. I'll spin zone myself. I'm pretty sure I've started out 1-0 the past several years, and I haven't won a championship. So maybe losing week one, take a page out of Gabe's book. Maybe that's what I need. But Steve picks up the win. Solid performance from Steve. 121. Didn't really have any studs. Joe Mixon, he's fucking back. I was watching that game, and every fucking play, just hand off to Joe Mixon, just running over 10 people for a 15-yard gain. So big performance out of him. My team, Ramondre Stevenson was actually my fucking superstar. So, we'll be okay. I left a lot of points on the bench. I got to make some adjustments. That's just poor coaching, but it's week one. We're still feeling each other out. We're going to gel as a team, and we're going to be okay. All right, let's move on to Cole against Bennett. Pretty tight matchup here. Nobody really, blowing anybody out of the water. 122 to 114. Anthony Richardson, he completed 9 passes, but had like fucking 250 yards on 2 of them. So that's a good performance out of him for Cole. And then Bennett, Joe Burrow just fucking blows. Travis Kelce blows. That was probably the biggest reach in the entire draft, was going for Kelce. We probably got him in the second round. Better start for the Bears than for Bennett's fantasy team. And here we have arrived at our dicking of the week. Jamal just fucking piping Lipsky, bending him over like Shaq to Kevin Hart in that fucking video. That's hilarious. 130 to 88. Lipsky, you're not even the lowest scoring team of the week, but that's because Kobe got fucked by... we already have our first scandal of the entire year with the 49ers running back saying he found out on Friday that he was going to be the starter. Kobe, if I were you, I would fucking be at Goodell's house with a picket sign demanding justice for your fantasy team. But we're going to get to Kobe in a second. Yeah, Jamal, just a solid performance all around. You weren't the highest scoring team of the week, but just good performances out of your entire team. And Lipsky, you did a lot of talking on draft day, and you have one of, for a team that started all of its players, you scored the least amount of points in the entire league. So it's going to be a long season for you. Now getting to Kobe, who I just mentioned, couldn't be more of a heartbreaking way to lose for Kobe, with Christian McCaffrey, the number 1 overall pick, just simply not playing after not being on the injury report. As I said, Kobe, make a picket sign and go to Goodell's house. I don't really know what else to tell you. Gabe, you don't really deserve a lot of praise. You scored 105 points. Congratulations, you're 1-0. And then matchup of the week is our newcomer, Bennett Bradley, against Carey. I like to give Carey a hard time. There's not really much I can say here. He put up 159, nearly 160 points, just getting production out of almost every single position. I will say, Carey, you were carried by your kicker, so good luck sustaining that for the entire season. That was a fluke. You got fucking 37 points out of your defense and your kicker, so good luck getting that the entire season. But the rest of your team played well, well too, 160. And then Bennett, you can't hang your head after this one. Just one piece of advice for you, Bennett. Don't be like Jamal and go trade half your team because you lost the game. You scored 152 points. That's an incredible performance. You're going to be fine. For context there, Bennett, last year, Jamal lost a game like 150 to 145. And because he lost, he literally went on a trading spree because he thought his team needed to be fucking changed because he lost even though he scored 140 points. So stick with your guys. You're going to be okay. All right, that's it for our matchups. Let's get to the main event, boys. I'm going to try to set this up right here. And now, just to recap, if this, say, for example, this lands on, where are we? Defensive touchdown or safety. We saw multiple teams this week with defensive touchdowns, so it will be the defense with the highest point total. Same thing, say we have 2 running backs that each had a 50-yard touchdown. It'll be the running back with the most points. So that's how tiebreakers are going to work. And you guys are just going to have to go honor system on what this thing lands on, because sometimes it does get stuck. And, that's just going to be, we'll see what happens. All right, here we go. First week spin of the BHS Memorial League is underway. What's it going to be? That's good. That's going to be on most points for a kicker. It's not quite in the middle. Watch this. Just a little. Just tap. There it is. Well, you saw it. It was stopped on most points by a kicker. If anybody has a problem with that, fucking suck it. It said most points by kicker, so let's figure out who it is. I swear to fucking God if it's Carey. 21. Wait, didn't the kicker last night have like fucking 26? Please, for the love of God, tell me somebody has him. You gotta be fucking kidding me. You gotta be fucking kidding me. I'm about to stop this video and redo the entire thing. Well, boys, as I said, sometimes your penis gets stepped on by an elephant. Congratulations, Carey.